I find that a little surprising just because this is what the majority of mothers say they want. Almost, I mean, 80% of mothers are saying they would prefer part-time or fewer hours. And plus, there are studies showing that, I want to say, mothers are happiest when their husbands, and this is all wives, are happiest when their husbands earn 68% or more of the family income. So that doesn't mean they can't work. It simply means they prefer for their husbands to take the primary role in breadwinning. But that is the way that most women, even feminist women, say that they are happiest.
So what is wrong with that then, if they prefer to do it?
Megan has really cherry-picked the research. This book, unfortunately, is not only a fantasy, it's a very dangerous fairy tale. You might as well advise women to go to Las Vegas and roll one roll of the dice, and that's not only their entire futures, but their children's futures. You don't have children, but I have to say, I have 2 kids, and it's an enormous responsibility trying to build a family and take responsibility for supporting your kids. And the facts are that half of all marriages end in divorce. You imply throughout the book that marriages are less likely to end in divorce when women stay home and devote themselves to their husbands, and that is simply not true. But divorce is only one of the risk factors. The average age of widowhood in America is 54. By the time women are 60, 2/3 of them don't have partners, and yet more and more women are living into their 90s. Everyone I know in their 50s has mothers in their 90s who have been widowed for 3 or 4 decades, and many of these women don't have adequate financial resources for old age because they depended on a breadwinner. 80% of the women in poverty.
So even the fact that in your book you say that when the man is the breadwinner, he ends up making more than he would if they both worked.
He does, and one of the things you're seeing with that, I would certainly suggest that all women have a hand in the family's financial planning. They want to look at insurance, they want to look at long-term disability, all of these things to help protect their families. This really isn't about staying out of the family finances. This is about helping your husband, and it's about women making choices. And those divorce statistics actually are very sound. Women whose husbands are making the majority of the family income are less likely to divorce than when they earn the same as or more than their husbands.
All right, to be continued, ladies. Thank you very much. It's all about choice, I guess. We'll be right back after this.
Monday morning, September 15th, 2008. Warm and kind of windy day here in Rockefeller Plaza, and a wonderful crowd sharing it with us here in the heart of Manhattan. I'm Meredith, along with Andy.